Good morning. So it is finally the day that we connect our new solar panel to the solar charger and then to our batteries. And I'm pretty, excited to see if it works and how much power we actually can generate with this big panel. So I grabbed some tools. We have this solar panel connectors and tape to isolate, and let's get started.
The solar MC4 connectors are crimped and attached to the cable.
Now we attach them to the panel.
I think first we attach the other sides, because the other sides need also cable shoes.
So the wiring of the solar panels continues inside, and we are connecting the cables to the solar chargers, which are those smart things here. And this is another smart thing. Connecting
I like that.
the big cables to smaller cables so that they fit into the solar chargers.
Here doesn't fit in here. I'm not sure why they make a 20 amp solar charger where you can hook up a lot of solar power that potentially is a bit further away on a boat, and you need a big cable, and then you have a tiny connection hole here. Maybe I misunderstood something, but what we're doing now is we are making a connection from this big cable to a small cable so that the small cable fits in there, which is not ideal but okay to do for a very short stretch. So that's what we're gonna do. Now a short piece of, so we're going from 10 to 4. So 2 short pieces of 4 mil.
And those little funny things. It feels a bit like Lego. All in, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
The gray part does not have any metal. Okay, so I think we crimped this until there was no crimping more. Routed the cable. Yeah, I mean this is a forest. It looks a bit like a nervous system, like a heart. It's still below the door, which gives me a bad stomach, but we're going to try to create a waterproof cupboard here so that this stays waterproof. It was just not possible to move it. It has grown here and it's not able to remove it anymore, so it has to stay here. But that's not why we're here. Here currently because of the solar panel cables. They are routed up here. These are the chargers. One to this charger, one to this charger, and now we're connecting the chargers to the bus bar system, which is hiding here behind all these cables. And from here they are connected to the batteries via 4 of these extremely fat cables, and the batteries are somewhere in a different part of the boat. This went in way too smooth.
It's nice. First one connected.
I burped and Kira switched off the camera. So you don't get to see the good stuff. We realized that we need another circuit breaker. I remembered reading that in the manual, and then we rechecked the manual, and yes, and we had bought a circuit breaker for this exact purpose. So of course then we installed the circuit breaker if we have remembered it, have read it in the manual, and have one present. So our positive terminal now that goes from battery to the positive of the battery, the bus bar here, now has a 25 ampere circuit breaker in between, as per specifications.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Wiring.
Perfect wiring. So,
Perhaps we should explain why we have two MPPT chargers.
right, we have two separate chargers because we have two sets of solar panel. We have one 550 watt 55 volt solar panel on the back arch. That is the one you saw us installing in the previous video, and that goes to this solar charger. And then we have 260 watts 18 volts solar panels that will go to this MPPT chargers, because you can't mix solar panels of uneven voltage or wattage on the same MPPT charger, so we need two.
So we finally connected all the cables, and now we download the app, because fancy, those things have Bluetooth connection to an app, so that we see what happens when we, in a second, will connect the solar panel. There's still some sun left, so there should be
so
a bit of power.
no, absolutely no good shot possible of me, but yeah, well, we'll keep it at you.
Okay, so let's see. That works. Lamps. We can turn energy to the gun. Yeah, that's what we have. Tell me more. Okay, so that just says what it is. I thought it was this because it's just written up here what it is. But thanks. Found it on the App Store. Victron Connect. To have 4 years of age to be allowed to look at this app. So this firmware update is on 32% since half an hour or more, and I wanted to get some solar power in this evening and see if everything works that we installed today. I think my patience is almost used up. I think I'll start it again or something. If it stops again at 32, it annoys me. Amazing.
Did it work?
It keeps on going. Yeah. We should have done that way earlier.
What did you do?
Nothing. I just started it again. Oops. Firmware update done.
Alright, I'll film you because you will do a victory dance. Go.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Kira is now going to connect the cables. So it's the big one?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We go?
And now the other side? Okay.
Okay.
And No connection anymore?
Oh! Oh!
Do we have power? No way. Really? How much?
0.5 amps.
Okay, well, I mean,
Which is not that bad.
in the
because
evening
this
with
power
this
is,
with a cover on the solar panel, that's not too
19
bad.
watts.
But we don't need the cover anymore, do we?
No.
Let's
now
take
we
it
take
off.
it off.
Yeah.
It's like I'm now this lady that is given the scissor. You
Oh
know?
yeah. I
See?
know. That's absolutely. Please take off the cover.
Now we need a very dramatic.
We had installed the cover for a little bit of protection when we were doing the new hard Dodger. Protection against sparks and dust and everything, but now we don't need it anymore. Oh,
It's off, right?
it's off.
We got a whopping 105 watts.
A fifth.
Huh?
So 20% of our rating.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
2.6 amps.
All right.
Which is not that bad for that it is. I mean, the sun is soon setting, right? It's like I think it's like
It's an hour before sunset.
hour before sunset. A bit more than an
That's
hour
not
before
too shabby, yeah.
sunset. Oh, big high five.
All
I'm
right.
happy. Congrats.
Congrats.
My
Installed the solar
personal
panel.
Electrician.
Wow.
Professional.
Nothing broke, nothing tripped.
Now the only
Pretty good.
question is, do we ever get that 545 watts out of the panel?
With a very clean panel and the sun here in the Canaries directly from above, we
I'm
might
pretty
come
sure we
close.
will.
Maybe not 540, but 500? Anything to add?
Good night. I hope you had something to be super happy about today too. Otherwise, find yourself something and go happy to bed. Go to bed happy.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Good night.